This is Sky with Politics NY. Schneps Media is asking each candidate running for New York City office this year 3 questions in 3 minutes to get to know them a little bit on the candid side. And right now I'm with Khari Edwards. He's running to be the next Brooklyn Borough President. How are you, Khari? Nice to meet you.
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being a part of this. And I know that some of the other competitors in the race for Brooklyn Borough President are former elected officials or current elected officials, but you, Khari, have a background extensively in the healthcare industry in Brooklyn.
Yeah, so I get to be the healthcare guy, or as the Brooklyner put it, I'm the dark horse in the race.
So tell us more about that and why having that sort of perspective could make you a front runner.
Well, I mean, I think that, the borough presidency is a connective communities. It's a grassroots position that has to touch people on a daily basis. And the beautiful thing about working in healthcare was that every day I met 4,100 employees from different backgrounds, different issues in life. And it became something that really endeared me to understanding what the microcosm of Brooklyn looks like. And actually, I was the first VP of color in the history of this hospital. So I remember my first week, a nurse saying to me, you're our Obama. You can't leave us. You got to represent the hospital and your community. And so even though I felt a little bit of pressure, it was kind of a mantle that I felt was important. And my role was to reconnect the hospital to the community. And so I really enjoyed being the healthcare guy.
So then why run for office?
I mean, on a more serious note, what we saw during the pandemic and pre-pandemic, Brookdale sits in East Brooklyn, 1.3 million people we covered, but you're talking about some of the most socioeconomically impoverished communities in the borough. Healthcare access, school access, resource access was really something that didn't happen for us. And so when you started to look at what happened pandemic-wise, you realized Coney Island was going through the same thing that Brownsville was going through, the same thing that Bushwick was going through. And so now connecting those communities was something that became important to me. I was working next to union folks who lived in their cars or lived in shelters because they didn't earn enough to live in their community. And so it fired me up to want to really represent the borough that I grew up in.
And now, Khari, tell us something fun or exciting about yourself that maybe you haven't shared on an interview in the past.
So one of the exciting things are if you ever pull up next to me, so I drive a Ford Escape hybrid, so I'm environmentally efficient, but I have concerts. So if you ever pull up to me next to a stoplight, I am in full concert mode, whether I'm holding a pen, singing at the top of my voice. And sometimes when people look at me strange, I roll down the window and ask them to join me. So I'm a accomplished entertainer in my car. And I'm probably the best chair dancer of all the candidates in my car.
Wow. Well, we'll have to get a glimpse of that one day soon.
I'm singing. I turn it down a little to see if I'm as bad as I sound, and then I'll split between all types of music. But yeah, I'm literally performing along with it.
A performer. Wow, that's so cool and fun. So thank you for sharing, Khari, and being part of Schneps Media's 3 questions in 3 minutes. And I'm Sky with Politics NY.